Hey, 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 now we are live for NEWSJACK City. What's today? April 19th edition. Let me go live on IG. We good there. Let's put what we're talking about here. Paste, post, and pin. All right. I think we are in business. I think we're in business. I need to know on Facebook and YouTube. Can you hear and see me? See it? Okay. Good, 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 good. Hey Jay, what's up, honey? Okay, so we're all set. So welcome to another edition of NEWSJACK City, where we talk headline hooks to get you booked. So if you are new here, I need to know who's here. Say hi to me. Say hi to me over on IG. And we on Tuesdays, for every Tuesday of April, I have gone live to talk about what's happening in the news and the media that you can newsjack. So if you are an author, expert, coach, or entrepreneur, and you are new to me, just know I am TJ Mercer. I'm known as the walking exclamation point. I have no idea why. And I am the chief noisemaker of the Media Mavericks Academy, where I teach authors, experts, coaches, and entrepreneurs how to book themselves in the media without a publicist and without being a celebrity. And I got the receipts to back up that I am who I say I am, and I do what I say I can do. So today's headlines, let me get situated, share screen, and then IG. I'll hold the phone so you can see my screen. Let's see this window. Hold on. Let's get to the first headline. Okay, there it goes. Come on. Here we go. Am I back? Andrea, tell me if I'm back, because I'm back on my screen. And if you can hear me, I'm back. Okay. So I don't know what happened. This must be good, because I don't know what happened. My computer just went dark and Chrome crashed out. It closed my computer like I shut it down. But can you see and hear me okay? Dr. Tawan. Hi, Dr. Nelly. Deandra, somebody tell me, are we good to go to move forward? Because apparently This is going to be a good one because I always have tech difficulties. Okay, so Andrea says I'm back. All right, so I was in the middle. I was getting ready to share my screen is where we were. So let me see if it's going to act right this time. Okay, so I think I'm sharing my screen. All right, so this particular story is, I don't know if y'all saw this, but it went viral. This bride went viral. Oh, I was gonna see if I can switch this around and so y'all can just see the screen here. Let's see. Okay, so you should be good there. So this went viral, and you may have already seen it, but this bride, they did a wedding for $500, right? $500 they did a wedding. And I was thinking this would be good for my wedding planners, my event planners, my budgetistas, whoever you are like that this would be good. June is coming, weddings are hot in June. IG, I need to split the screen so I can see. You'll still be able, hopefully, to see it, but I need to split the screen so I can see. You can see here, but I needed to see the comments and make sure I'm addressing comments. So this is for the wedding planners, the event planners, event coordinators, the strong DIY people who the strong DIY people who are always teaching people how to do things themselves. And when I listened to the story, it was about 30,000 people. I mean, excuse me, where is my head? $30,000 is what the average wedding is costing these days. So in order for them to have done it, what they did was people were donating stuff. They had it in a public area that they kept it under a certain amount of people so that they didn't have to have permits. But yeah, it's one of those things where I really think this is a good one because this went viral of how she had a $47 wedding. So if you're one of those budget people, or if you're one of those event coordinators and planners that you just want to put yourself out there, and it may sound counterintuitive of what I'm telling you to do, because if you're an event planner, you're going to want a budget bigger than 500. But what it is bringing exposure, because everybody's not into that budget life when it comes to their wedding. Everybody's not into, we just gonna get by. So it's not counterintuitive. It's putting yourself out there and dispensing your expertise and letting the media in your area know that you are available, basically. So I really want to see some of you newsjack this. It would make me really, really happy if some of you newsjack this and get yourself booked. I always use the example of Andrea Harrison, who is here with her tablescapes. She was a regular appearance on her local stations doing tablescapes. So even something like this, I would like to see if she was still into that niche. I would want to see her do it. I would definitely want her to newsjack this. But I think this is, if you are in this lane of genius and you don't use this, you sleep. You really are asleep at the wheel, because this is a good one for you to even talk about. You can even pitch event planners. This is for you, or the wedding planners in your city. You can, compile a list of vendors where you find out that what their prices are, and you can do a highlight reel of local vendors to help you do wedding on a budget, brides on a budget, or something like that. So, and you are still considered the expert because you're going around, you're collecting this. You know what I'm talking about when you see news stations talk about, springtime deals and things like that, and they're highlighting they're highlighting the deals and the specials that's going on. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. All right. So there's that. That's that headline. Oh, now this is a good one to me too. This is a good one to me. So student loan borrowers will get help after an NPR report and years of complaints. So this one is for my consumer, my legalese kind of people, my budgeting people, my finance gurus, my people who understand all about red tape and fine print, my student loan experts who can speak on this. That this report just came out that it could, from my understanding and my limited understanding, let me just be clear. And with all of these news jacks, it is your responsibility to vet stop, Hazel, to vet the story, get the details, and then you shape your segment. Okay. So we talk headlines here. So I'm not going deep into the details of the story, but for that wedding on the budget is very cool. I'm only seeing Facebook users, so I don't know who that is, but yes, that would be very cool. And if that's you, if that's in your lane, I expect you to newsjack that on some level. If you don't even want to pitch the media, I still expect you to newsjack it. That is your accountability from TJ. All right. So back to the loan. So the loan issue is, what are the requirements? Demystify all the complicated red tape that will go along with understanding the rules of this. Are there certain qualifications you have to meet? Like, you can pitch a segment to just talk about how do you qualify, what things have to be in place, because from my understanding, that's what I was saying, from my understanding, it is 40,000 people, which, still not a lot, but it's some, and it could be getting more. This could cause their student loans to be wiped out effective immediately, right? So what does that look like? I'm telling you, if you're in the credit business, because it also, if I remember correctly, when I read the article earlier today, there's some credit issues that are going to be attached to this. That, not issues, but benefits or something, that it'll come off your credit report or something. Again, vet this for yourself. But my credit people, if you are helping people restore, get their credit back up, read this article and see if you can pitch this. Basically come from the perspective of, what does this mean to you? Dr. Ranelli said, I really can do both of these as an accountant and a financial educator. Dr. Ranelli, you have no excuses. So yes, ma'am. I expect you to pitch this for sure, of what does this mean, and get on this now. Your tax season kind of wrapped up a little, so your load may be a little lighter, after yesterday. So give yourself a couple of days maybe to recover. And then I need you to write a pitch about this and inject yourself into this conversation and come from the perspective of demystifying, what does this mean to you? And also, what I would do is see if there are, I'm checking in on your IG. I can still, I'm still reading the screen, even though you're looking at my computer screen. What was I going to say? Oh, I would look at hey, my Kimberly, I would look at it from also the perspective of whatever market you're going to pitch. Look and see if there's data on the number of student loan borrowers in that city. So you can lead with that and really make it like a niche specifically, or a pitch specifically for that particular city. Okay. Oh, Tia, yeah. Tia, dang, I got to pack. It's freezing. I do credit. Okay, so yes, Tia, I expect you to pitch this. I expect you to talk about this and come at it from the perspective of, what does this mean to those who have had impact, their student loans have impacted their credit scores. Okay, so that's that hit. Let's see. Oh, Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp takes a stand in defamation trial against Amber Heard. I didn't realize that this had gone to court. But remember, I've taught you anything that's happening with celebrities, make sure you pay attention in NEWSJACK. So apparently, Johnny Depp and his wife, they weren't married a long time. There's elements of domestic violence. I read an article yesterday or the day before where the therapist took the stand. So my marriage counselors, my relationship experts, I need to pitch about the student loan borrowers complaining about impact on credit score. Yes, that's the kind of way I want you guys to start thinking, for sure. So with Johnny Depp, this is for my marriage people, my therapist, because from what the therapist, there was questions of what, the article I was reading was it legal for the therapist to testify? And the way the article broke it down is that, yes, when there is violence, the potential harm that's happening, then the therapist can break seal. And so I meant playback. Where can I find that article? Just Google NPR student loan debt, Tia. It was on NPR when I saw it. So the therapist brought up the fact that they kind of canceled each other out, basically. They both were verbally abusive to one another. So if I were a marriage counselor right now and a therapist, I would be looking into, what's really happening in this trial and leverage the things that, you are seeing that is being reported in the trial to your work as the therapist and how that relates and what the solution is and how couples can avoid these pitfalls of, having a defamation suit against one. So definitely for my marriage and family therapist people. Then let's see. Oh, this one. The headline. This is the U.S. Postal Service. This is for my business owners, that they are going to slow down the package deliveries. So my business people, my business coaches, my business logistics people, when you're in, you understand how this works, how it can impact. You can pitch from the perspective of what do businesses need to do, because this goes in effect May 1st. So what do businesses need to do? Oh, hey, Shaquana. Okay, got you. Thank you for identifying yourself for me. What do businesses need to do to prepare for these shortages? How do they need to make pivots? How does it impact the summer sales for certain businesses? And what cities is it going to impact? So that is definitely something I would look into. And I found this on the Today Show's website, slowing down the deliveries. And then Disney World. Okay, so yeah. So I found this as a general article. So this mask thing, right? I saw that Delta Airlines lifted the mask mandate. Now Disney World is lifting the mask mandate. I don't know about Disneyland, which is the point of how I'm saying you can NEWSJACK this. So for my travel expert people, summer is coming up. I would look at where can people take their kids, pro-mask, not mask. Remember, when I do these NEWSJACks, it has nothing to do with my opinion on what side of an issue. Hey, my Leona, it has nothing to do with what side of an issue you're on. Absolutely nothing, right? I'm only looking at how you can inject your opinion into what's going on. And so with summertime coming up, school is getting out. This is a perfect example because this is going to be an issue. People are going to be talking about this. Mask, no mask, mask, not mask. And, I can't believe we're still fighting over this. That's just my opinion, though. But some people take this very, very seriously. And it's going to affect travel. It's going to affect how families travel. And so, yes, Leona, that was my very first one. Leona asked, did you already talk about that $47 wedding dress? I am going to pitch from that story. Yep, I talked about that first. And then the second one, Leona, that may be applicable to you is the Johnny Depp trial about what's going on with he and his ex-wife. But going back to the travel thing, if you're a travel expert, are a travel agent, go, especially if you are family-oriented travel person, I would look at compiling a list of family-friendly vacations that are mass, or not mass, and show both sides so that you can be positioned. And so, again, what that does is you're giving generic information. You're sitting on NBC giving this information. So why is somebody going to go outside of you if you get special discounts or things like that? I would put myself out there as the travel expert for all things mask. And what are some great destinations for you to highlight? Okay. And then, okay. So this one, I'm like, why did I have this one up here? So why Netflix is suddenly losing subscribers, right? So what made me think of this? What made me think of this as a headline is the article is talking about, since Netflix increased their rates and they're tightening up on sharing passwords, they're seeing an exodus. So they've already seen 200,000 in this quarter, and it's predicted that they're going to see 2 million. What does that mean to you? Going back to Shaquana, maybe this is for you. Who else? Dr. Ranelli. Going back to you, I'm talking about consumer-friendly things, right? So you can pitch an article where you talk about how to get more bang for your buck when it comes to these streaming services. And again, I'm looking at kids that get ready to be out of school. They're going to be on, at home or whatever. By the time, you've done all these streaming services, like what is the cheapest way to get streaming services, basically? Because by the time you pay for all the streaming services, heck, you might as well pay for cable. You got Disney Plus, HBO Max, Hulu, Netflix. Like, do a comparison of how do you determine what streamer is for you. Maybe that's the post. Maybe that's the pitch. How to determine which streamer is for you. Because this crap is costing a whole lot of money. And I'm a person, I am not ashamed. I watch a lot of TV. I work in TV. So it's research before you start judging me. You too, Instagram. But I watch a lot of TV. TV is normally always going in the background or something like that for me. I don't watch reality TV. I mostly watch scripted because I work in reality TV. So that's a whole nother ballgame. I digress. But what I'm thinking is I would seriously consider how, like, some kind of way or quiz to whoever's saying hi, TJ. I'm saying hi back because for me, it just says Facebook user. It adds up. Who is that? Shaquan. Yes, those streaming services adds up to a cable package bill. That's what I'm saying. And so, like, what questions should you ask yourself, or to stream or not to stream? That could be a pitch too, to stream or not to stream. When do you, hey, Bert. Okay. So when do you opt for a cable package, or when do you opt for a streamer, and what streamers? So I'm looking at for my consumer people, of people who are looking, who specialize in how folks spend their money. And let me just say this. It can be a stretch of how you even newsjack this. So what I mean by that. So one of my clients, Wes Schaefer, he's a sales strategist. I pitched him. Oh, actually, I think this is what I have coming up. Hold on. Let me just jump to, yeah, this one. I was on my list. This is why I was going to use him as an example. So the top 10 best new car deals today. So we're coming up on the end of the month, right? And so, it's pretty common knowledge that, you do better on a car deal. Um, you do better on a car deal towards the end of the month. And so even if it's not your lane directly on the head, it's still possible for you to pitch. And I was saying that Wes is a salesperson. He teaches people how to do sales. I actually newsjacked him at the end of the year or the top of the year, I can't remember at this point, of how to negotiate your next car by leveraging dealerships are trying to get the old cars out to bring in the new. So do you see what I'm saying? It didn't hit the nail on the head, but he was still an expert that I pitched a segment that was close enough that he could speak on. So you don't have to just be right on the head of your expertise. If it's in the ballpark of something that you can have a solution for, or still kind of be like, okay, I can speak on this. Wes knows how to negotiate. He's in sales. That's why I went it from that angle. Let me see. I live in a big media market. Would it make sense to pitch a smaller market where I don't live? Absolutely. Whoever that is, absolutely. Because, and like I've always taught you, to the people who've been around me quite a bit, you don't want to make your mistakes in the higher market. So if you've never done TV specifically, do not go after top big markets. Go after the smaller markets because you can get to them easier in the first place. Plus, you can make your mistakes there. All right. So that was that. And then let me see, what was this one? Oh, okay. This is for my HR people. So I saw this story and I was intrigued by it. It may take you some thinking about this, but I think there's something there where a public university in Ohio, Leona is saying, yes, smaller markets are dying for people like us. That's the first thing I teach my Mavericks. The smaller markets are hungry for people who ordinarily wouldn't be coming their way. And we're still in that good pocket of their booking people to do interviews from their computer screens. So thank you, Leona, for that. So a public university, hey, my Tanya. Tanya says, I love your lessons on newsjacking. Yay! I'm glad. I love teaching this stuff. I love talking about it. So a public university in Ohio will pay a professor $400,000 after disciplining him. Do I have anybody before I finish this? Because we're coming to the close. Because I had said that I was going to start bringing people on. So do I have anybody who wants to come on and ask questions about newsjacking, about their specific lane of genius? If so, type it in the chat for me. And I'll give you the link of where to go to meet with me on screen. All right, I forgot. So y'all got to remind me. But my plan was to bring people on so you can ask specific questions about your newsjacking. So a public university in Ohio will pay a professor $400,000 after disciplining him for refusing to use a transgender student's pronouns. So the gist of the story was a teacher, because of religious beliefs, refused to honor a student's request to be called the opposite of what he biologically or she was biologically done. Okay, so Tia says she wants to come on. So hold on, Tia, because I forgot. Look, I forgot the link. Hold on. I think it's. I hope this is right, Tia. I put it in the chat, Tia, but I'm hoping. And Andrea, if Tia can't see it, can you make sure she has it? If you're still here, there it is right there, Tia. Let me know if you don't see it come up in your chat. So with this situation, the university disciplined the, how do I hit send it to you. I don't know how to send it to you right now. Send it here. Oh, wait. Okay. Wait, there we go. Hold on. I'm trying to send the link. There it goes. Okay, Andrea, I sent it to you. The university disciplined the professor. Hey, David. Yes. I mean, this is something you may be able to newsjack. Discipline the professor. Okay. Tia, I sent it to Andrea. She'll get it to you. And the professor sued. The professor ended, yes. Okay, so I'm glad somebody else thought, wait, so the school is paying $400K after disciplining him. Yes, because they said that it was an economics issue, right? That they just wanted to stop the suit. But it was a matter of it infringed upon his religious beliefs to do this. So the fact that y'all are asking questions about that, Delmar, you're the person I thought of. I was getting ready to call you out. So I'm glad you're picking up on what I'm dropping, because I was thinking when I saw this, I'm like, this is Delmar. You can newsjack this and talk about the fact Audrey says cost benefit ratio, which is cheaper. Exactly. So I think that's why they're stopping it. But Delmar, I thought of you specifically with this because you're in HR and you can dissect it from a perspective of small businesses can't afford this kind of gap, right? They can't 400,000. A lot of small businesses that would bankrupt them, that would take them out. They can't afford that. So I was thinking that you could newsjack this and pitch from the perspective of what do business owners need to do to protect themselves? And how do you navigate? How do businesses navigate the fact that their belief system prevents them from, got it, Tia, prevents them from honoring pronouns. Like I just found it fascinating that you can talk about this and help business owners, not only just business owners, but also transgender people understand what their rights are, what can be expected, that kind of way. But it's definitely a murky water that someone like you can actually demystify and talk about and inject yourself into the conversation. And then lastly, Tia, let me make sure I've done all the ones before. Oh, this is another one of my consumer people. The three forces driving I was going to say inflammation. The three forces driving inflation higher, what it would take to cool off. So according to this article, the three forces are rising labor costs, energy prices, and interest rates. Okay, thanks for my latest church law seminar topic. I will do this one in July. So yes, it will helpful. Great, David. So going back to my consumer people, this is another, according to NBC News, labor costs, energy prices, and interest rates are putting a tight hold on American families or whatever. Look at this, read the article. I'll be honest with you, I didn't read this article. I just knew like it's something in here for y'all. I didn't go and read the article, but I ain't trying to newsjack it. So don't do as I do as I say, okay? Read the articles and make sure you pull out the key nuggets that you need in order to newsjack this. So the three forces driving it. This goes right along with summertime is coming, travel is coming. What is the housing market doing now? like how all of this ties together with American families who are still trying to survive the pandemic. All right. And then I think there was one more. Oh, okay. So don't laugh at this one, but it's definitely possible. So this came from one of the BBC connected sites. Audrey says personal finance can talk about how this will impact consumers' household budget. You're thinking correctly, my Audrey. So this is for my doctors and my health people, my trainers, my nutritionists, my my just health conscious experts, fitness experts. Do we fart more as we get older? I think this could be a good pitch, especially with it being in the subject line. And read the article. What are the experts saying? Quote the article, which is why this is timely. But what foods cause you to be more gaseous? Is that the right word? Gassy, whatever. How many, times should you be passing gas during the day? When you should be concerned that you're passing more gas? Like how many days? Like, from a physical fitness health perspective, this can be kind of a fun. I see this definitely as a, morning talk show, and you can have demonstrations. Because remember how Dr. Oz became famous because he made poop normal. He would come on Oprah and show us what poop should look like and what healthy. So then, you can be very demonstrative of, what's happening in our body when gas happens. Like, just break it down. But I really can see this as being it could be a fun, lighthearted, educational segment that's a break from all the seriousness stuff that they do. Okay, so that's my newsjacking. I'm going to bring Tia on and talk to her briefly about her specific questions about newsjacking, and then you can put your questions in the chat and I'll answer those. All right, Tia, you're up, baby.
I'm on. Can you hear me?
Yes, but I need you to be careful.
I am. I knew you was gonna be scared. I said, TJ gonna be like, she's
Right.
driving.
So stop looking at me and just keep your eyes on the road. I can hear you fine. You don't need to look at me for me to hear
I'm
you.
gonna say yes. Like, I'm joking. I'm joking. Stop. Okay, so how can I use the Netflix story? Because I sell direct TV stream. What can I do?
That's gonna be a tough one for you, because that kind of segment has got to come from somebody who has no skin in the game. Because otherwise they will look at it as you just being promotional. Right. It needs to be educational.
Okay.
TJ, where'd you pull? Hold on, TJ, where'd you pull that professor story found on? Okay, so professor story. Hold on, Delmar, I can get it for you because I still have it open. On CNN. So just Google CNN professor paid $400K and it should come up for you. That was on CNN. But yeah, for you, Tia, that's going to be a hard sell because you need to reveal, Mavericks, we all always operate with integrity. So you would need to reveal that you sell direct TV, and then that's going to get it shut down because you need.
All right. So what about the credit one though? So how would I do the credit one if I do credit repair? How would I use that credit one?
Because the credit one is not necessarily you're talking about for the student loans.
Yeah, but the good thing about the credit one is that I do have my free credit ebook.
Okay, but no. So let me explain that because that's a good question, and I see kind of where you're confused. The credit one is your expertise, though. You're showing people, you're educating people. You're not saying one is better than the other. You're talking about specifically how the student loans are impacting people's credit and what to do to fix it. You're
Okay.
not saying you need to use A1 credit repair. You're not saying,
Right. Because all I really want to do is kind of use that pitch to build the audience, not to really sell them anything. This is really for like the email list. You know what I mean? So
yes.
can I offer Can I offer the free ebook or no?
Oh
So
yeah, that's when you go back into what I've taught you in Media Mavericks. Like
okay,
you don't do anything different,
okay,
than what I've taught you about pitching and how to, become a dream guest for the producer. But just from the standpoint of differentiating what was the difference between the two stories,
okay.
the first pitch, it was just you showing a comparison of, from a consumer expertise
Right,
level.
gotcha.
You will not be doing that. You will be trying to push direct TV.
The
That's not going
period.
to fly.
Right.
Right.
Okay, gotcha. Gotcha.
Versus your
I'm
credit
glad to know the
repair.
difference. I'm
Yes.
so glad I came on. That's so good. Yes.
Yes. Your credit repair is your expertise of how the student loans impact your credit. So it don't matter, what's the agency that's doing the repair credit. You're just educating the audience.
So where I need that article because I literally am feeling like calling some people tonight at 11 our time. No,
Yep.
I'm just in this. Yeah, I have this energy. Y'all know this the new. I don't know if y'all know, but this is the season. This is Holy Week. This is
Yeah.
Nissan. I can get deep into y'all know I'm a pastor too. But this the time, so I'm pitching. I don't even care how I'm calling them tonight.
If memory, if what I saw, Andrea actually sent you the NPR article. But it was a major
Okay.
story. So all you have to do today basically is student loan debt, and it's probably gonna come up because
Yes.
it blew up today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Of
Yeah, I've been
course.
working.
My pleasure.
Trying to sell direct TV stream.
My pleasure. My pleasure. My pleasure. My
Thank you,
pleasure.
Teach. I love you.
I love you too. All right, y'all. So we did it. That's another NEWSJACK City in the bag. And why did my voice just crack there? Oh, okay. So with that said, I think I'm out. So I'm gonna count it down. Official Fabio Hart says, I just bought I assumed you meant bought. Yeah, you talking about Tia's book or my book? Who am I celebrating? Tanya says, so I'm working on an article, The Rocksmith Slap and EQ. I love that. I love that perspective and that angle. I love that, Tanya. But official Fabio, if you talking about you bought my book, yes, thank you. If you bought Tia's book, yes, Tia thanks you. Okay. So we will, David, I love you a whole lot. You want me to sing? Then we will be here next week. And somebody next week, don't let me forget to always bring somebody on camera. Because again, I want this to be interactive. I don't want it to necessarily be one-sided. I want it to be interactive and engaging, and so that you guys really are helped and served. That is always my goal. So with that said, I'm gonna count it down in 10, and you can invite people. You can share these NEWSJACKs. If you got people, hey, my Dr. Tawana, if you've got people that I've touched on some of their lanes of genius, don't keep me to yourself. Share the teach. Share the teach. 9, I think I was on. 8, 7, you are most welcome, Miss Linda. Oh, don't forget, if you haven't already, register for Make the Media Want You. That's starting on Sunday. We're doing that instead of my normal noisemaker challenge. So it's a 3-day masterclass that we'll be going over. So that's at Make the Media Want You. I thought I had it saved in here, but I guess I don't. MakeTheMediaWantYou.com. It's free. MakeTheMediaWantYou.com. I don't see it in my list. So make sure you go register there. I don't know where it was saying. So 6, 5. Thanks, Andrea. 4. You registered for the master class. Yay, Shaquana. I'll see you then. 3. Tanya says, I share with you with my clients. Oh, thank you. Whoa. Now, hold up. Somebody just said, well, wait, hold up. Y'all see this? Somebody said, I've gotten so many media interviews thanks to you. Who? Tell me more about that. You don't just drop something like that and don't tell me more details. Shoot me a message or shoot me a message. I want to know more. Official Fabio. Is it Fabio or Fabio? Heart. So I want to know more about that. Y'all can't keep your wins to yourself. You need to tell me this stuff. Where was I? What number was I on? 4. Hey, Mykea. Yes, we're at the countdown. 3, 2. Thanks for rocking with your girl. I love y'all. I'll see you next week for NEWSJACK City. Okay, bye.